So it makes sense. This guy was using the spool of wire as a metaphor, and a lot of women do not understand metaphors when it comes to things that bother men. When something important is affecting them, I don't know. We don't know what's going on with this man's life, but obviously the woman in this video didn't understand what was going on with him. Okay, so a teacher who bought a $400 travel insurance policy received $10,000 because she read the fine print of the contract. There was a pays to read bit that said the first to email and mention the fine print would win $10,000. Wow. I gotta start reading the fine print. They're over here offering 10 G's.
So part of this isn't, when I said if money motivates you, then you're going to have that demon. If fame and reputation motivates you, then that demon is going to seize you by the throat and going to make you work 18 hours until everybody eats your dust and you humiliate all your enemies and you're miserable, right? So knowing who you are and knowing what matters is going to save you from that kind of demonic possession. So part of this isn't...
Be humble. Just be humble out there. Whatever you do in life, be humble. Oh my god, that's stupid. Wow, that is amazing. I've been on a skateboard one time in my life, and I flew off of it and almost broke my neck. It was crazy. So this is amazing to me. I want to watch it. Damn, that's pretty dope. Okay, we honestly shouldn't be judging people based on where they live, especially at this grown age. This room looks organized and is obviously someone trying to make the best of their situation. It looks like a garage or a basement of some sort. You gotta start somewhere. And you work your tail off in, getting to where you want to be.
Is it that simple?
God is great. Don't get no simpler than that, bro.
Kobe.
Did you know that? I mean, everybody knows that, but the way you know it now, did you know it before that incident took place?
You can know it all you want, but until you got to pick up that cross that you can't carry, and he picks it up for you and carries you and the cross, then you know.
Oh my god. Okay. There you go.
I love dogs.
He was the only one who wasn't laughing along.
$40 million to improve the social and economic inclusion of sedentary migrants. Nobody knows what that is. $8 million to promote LGBTQI+ in the African nation of Lesotho, which nobody has ever heard of. 60
I actually have a 3D printer, and I'm actually going to be incorporating that into this channel at some point. Once I get it all set up, I'm going to be doing some prints and designing just some random stuff and maybe some suggestions from some people, and design some stuff and send it out or ship it out to some of you that are interested in anything you'd like me to create off the 3D printer.
This hacker hacked thousands of computers.
Were you always an ethical hacker?
No.
Give us some examples.
I hacked a ton of computers. I had a method, I won't explain the method because it still could work today, where I could infect computers with malware. I decided to do crypto mining. I had quite a bit of infected computers mining at all times. When the computer was idle, it would use 100% of the processor and the graphics card to mine coins. And when the computer was in use, it would only use 20%.
So you had hacked how many computers?
Probably tens of thousands.
And so all of these are mining cryptocurrency and going into your account?
They were going into a pool. The reward is split based upon the contribution. So if you're contributing twice as much as me, you'll get twice as much of a profit.
Why did that stop?
I have morals,
Oh my gosh. You gotta be careful about these guys that are very tech savvy and they know how to hack stuff. Even though this guy is not in prison or jail, he is actually a good hacker in a sense. I've seen him on multiple interviews. That's not funny.
Do you have a problem with gay people being married?
It's not that I have a problem, I just don't see a justification for why they ought to be gay outside of it just feels good. Can you give me another justification for it?
Well, I think maybe that's the way they were born.
Okay, what about pedophiles? Are they born that way?
They may be, yeah.
Okay, so should we let a pedophile off the hook since they were born that way?
No, I think we as a society has decided...
Should implement duties to prevent them from acting on that innate urge, correct?
Well, I think between consenting adults, it's a different thing than...
Okay, so you're okay with a 45-year-old dad with a 19-year-old daughter as well?
No.
If they consent, you're okay with that?
No, I think society has also determined that it's not beneficial.
Right, there's duties and obligations that we have, so religion provides those duties. Life isn't about freedom and exercising what you want.
I mean, well, you want to impose your religious doctrine on me, and I don't want that.
You just admitted we need duties. We have responsibility as a society to keep us functioning, to keep us thriving. Your leftist view, the liberal view, doesn't provide anything besides it just makes me feel good. Religion does. So what's your argument?
If you enjoyed that, then make sure to...
Logic. The Democrats do not have logic. Pay attention to that clip. Play it again. That was a good one.
When you thinking about giving up, don't. When it look like you ain't gonna make it, keep going. When they tell you you can't, come on, man.
I'm not gonna have you, and I'm not gonna stand for your threatening anyone in this court at any time. That is, every part of this is an extension of us. I don't care where you're going. I don't care what building you're in, whether you're in pretrial services, whether you're taking a drug test. It's unacceptable, and I'm revoking your bond, and you now goes with you.
If I can judge, I don't believe there has been actually any evidence presented to warrant a bond revocation.
She told me yesterday that there had been multiple threats.
To circle back, there's a couple things. In speaking with pretrial, I have not received any information about threats. I've received information about cursing and rude behavior. This is where I
have an open criminal case. You're to be humble and contrite. And when you're not, and when you're threatening, abusive, harassing, I'm going to take care of you and I will light you up like a damn Christmas tree. I'm not going to have you.
See, that's the type of judge we need. We need to address these people that have committed crimes. Hey, you're busted now and you're going to still act a fool from here on out? No, you're not. Not in my courtroom. And this is what's going to happen. You're not going to get bond now. Like, they need people like this to really enforce and let people know, like, hey, you're done committing crimes. You got to turn over that leaf. Open the book.
Can you date somebody that think they the prize? No, I mean, the man is always the prize. Remember that. They try to say happy wife, happy life. A happy man is God's plan. So, and for all the brothers who's watching this, you got to always make sure you go where you celebrate it, not tolerate it, right? But in order to go where you celebrate it, not tolerate it, you got to celebrate yourself, right? How you think creates how you feel becomes an emotion, that emotion becomes a vibration, that vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. So what you put out is going to come back to you. So once you on that vibration of celebrating yourself, the that's going to tolerate you going to run from you because you're not going to attract them, you're going to repel them. Can you date somebody that think they the prize?
Damn, I've never heard it like that. And I agree. Because, you know, I've been in quite a few relationships, and, you know, I've always heard people say, and mostly coming from women, like happy life, happy wife, happy life, whatever. And I never understood it, and I didn't really accept it because I've been through relationships and I've tried to allow that mindset to linger in my mind. And in the end, I was always the one getting shitted on. So now listening to this, it makes a lot more sense. And then being where I'm at today, I feel a lot more confident and I know exactly what I want and who I want to be with for the rest of my life. And it's only one woman out there that needs to be able to tolerate me, basically. But knowing and understanding that I'm going to be there for her, to take care of her and do everything in my power to support her. I like this one.
Roger said, look, if you're having an argument with someone, this really works if it's someone close to you. It's like, you're having this bitter argument. You have your say. Then I am going to say what you told me. But you have to agree that I got it right. Right. And then the reverse. I get to have my piece, and then you get to say what I said. But you have to formulate my argument back to me in a manner that I agree with. And one of the things Rogers pointed out is if you do that, the arguments tend to become productive. So that's a lovely technique. It really does work. Rogers said, look.
All right, battery's connected. Start it.
What's the meanest thing you remember doing?
Oh my goodness. I can't even remember at this point. Eric, I did so much. It's crazy. I can remember one time in high school, I had a math teacher. And like I said, I just didn't care. So I had a math teacher, and I walked into the classroom late, and so he tried to say something to me. So I went behind him, and I stood behind him, and his head was bald, right? And so the first thing that I did, I just slapped him on his head, and you know, the class just fell out. Everybody was just cracking up, and of course I got in trouble. Security came and, you know, all that stuff, trying to tell me I assaulted the teacher.
Oh God.
But yeah, I did a lot of stuff. I was really mean.
What's the meanest thing you remember?
Yeah, that wasn't a mean thing to do to a teacher. That was assault. I don't understand how that was funny. The classroom she had a lot of people that didn't have some good morals. No good parenting in that class. Alright guys, that's it for Random Reactions episode 5. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you guys have any questions, if you liked any of the clips specifically, let me know down below. Till next time, peace out everybody.